Hello, hello. We're finally here. Match day 20. Our championship, our Super Bowl is upon us. Welcome in if you're watching live on Twitch. Welcome, or thanks for watching if you're watching this back on YouTube in the future. But we're here. We've made it through 19 games. We've got a big old bracket, and we've got one game left to play. We've got Colin and Crayon here going head to head in the championship. Gotta make sure all of these are shown off. Yeah, there we go. All right. I don't think I need to mince any more words. That's not the right phrase. I don't think I need to expound too much. Colin and Crayon, Broncos and Seahawks. That's what we're looking at. Let's take a look at these teams. Over on Crayon Seahawks, we've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, Saquon Barkley at running back, the trio of T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, and Stephon Diggs at wide receiver, and Tyler Warren as the main tight end. Over on Colin's Broncos, we've got Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Oh man, this is just like a Chiefs-Eagles matchup. Okay, we've seen this a bunch. Jalen Hurts at quarterback. I think it's some healthy mix of these running backs with Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, and J.K. Dobbins all kind of getting their time. At wide receiver, we got Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and I think Cooper Kupp shows up more than Deebo Samuel, but I cannot remember. Tight end, Zach Ertz. That's the lineup. So that's what we got. Let's start getting into this game. So I also just realized, like, as I was setting up this game, that I used to run these as quick presentation, so I've been wasting so much time on every broadcast. But that's a me problem, not an anyone else problem. I just thought it was funny, so I thought I'd share. But let's do the Super Bowl broadcast for this one. Jump it up to our normal 12 minutes with 15 seconds down on the play clock remaining. When they go fast, it just auto advances to 15. And I'm going to pick a commentary team for this one. I'm digging the Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen pairing, so we're going to listen to them today. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm throwing it to the game. Good luck, Colin and Crayon. May the better team win.
EA Sports welcomes you
good luck.
to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching Greg, and for the players, this moment, they've built so much, and now it's here, a chance to take the field in the biggest football game of ever.
We hear all week from every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 35 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route running. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Seahawks. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you can start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchdown, it just allows you to settle into the game, settle your entire sideline, and take a deep breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on that play. First down, Broncos.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. The first carry now for Rico Dowdle. Open space to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they
And
call.
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Powering forward. He's in. Rico Dowdle. Took down Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Higgins. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 15.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll be second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, Mahomes. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 14.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
A run with Barkley. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Mahomes. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
First down, Seattle.
They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down. They'll run. It's Barkley. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Second and 9.
Hurts to throw. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 4.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 14-7 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Hurts. They come up now on third down and 4 to go. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 8.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll run with Dowdle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On second down, Hurts. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
46 yards.
A big play here in the big game. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for first and goal. Dowdle. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
To throw on second down is Hurts. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Broncos. Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
Brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Seahawks.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 37, here's second and 9. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. That's caught, Saquon Barkley. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
A gain of
11 yards on the connection there. First down, Seattle.
For the longest time, when you threw the ball to the running back, it was a check down, a swing, a screen, kind of short underneath where you relied on guys to run after the catch. But that's not the case anymore. So many of these running backs around the league, Mike, they can run routes.
This is intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
The Broncos offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. First and 10 now from the 36. Give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Julian Love brings them down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Third and 5. Now it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, Hurts. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
That's good for the Broncos. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Denver. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. Whoa! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They're searching here for the tie score, down 21-14. They'll begin 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First catch of the game for Diggs, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They face 2nd down and 7. Mahomes back. Diggs on the reception. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Seattle. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Seahawks will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Connects with Pup on the slant. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts to the air on 1st down. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Hurts again. Pushed out to his left.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Broncos first down.
So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hansen.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Hurts will work here from the pistol. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Man in motion is Smith. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll go forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Seattle.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. It's second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game and the ability to make...
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of the ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
Downward. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 2. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Looks like a design run. Hurts has it, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Hurts. Crush, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, it's Hurts. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 24-21 lead.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, That's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Seahawks offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The middle with Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Seattle.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Mahomes on first down. Open man, his tight end, Tyler Warren. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mahomes. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 3rd down, Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks have taken a 4-point advantage.
Broncos 24.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. On 1st down, it's Hurts. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
24 yards.
They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll take off, and he will score! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Broncos. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through. Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
31. Seahawks 28.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. First down throw, Mahomes. With McLaurin open on the left side. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
His 48-yard line.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Play action here. Mahomes. That one over the middle to the tight end. He's got Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They put Strange in motion. The run up the middle, it's Walker. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 9-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That one, take it in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Seattle. Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks have taken a 4-point advantage.
Seahawks 35, Broncos 31.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
First down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
This one caught by Chase. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll locate Cup. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Finds an alley to the 35. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Now he'll run. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes a pay.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back.
He will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Seahawks 35.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Terry McLaurin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get that out to Barkley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
That long one's going to bring them 1st and
This
goal.
game really
He
feels
is
like it's
brought
going to come
down
down to who has
at
the ball last.
5-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 53 yards. 2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Now, Mahomes. This one caught at the 4.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
Oh my God.
Now the Broncos going to use the
We're
first of their
not
timeouts.
intentionally taking this
And
time
they'll stop
are
with
we?
28 seconds to go in the
Come
game.
on, dog. Why is Saquon the one warming up his kick? What is going on here?
So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. He'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Four quarters could not decide a champion. The pressure ratchets up, the rare air of Super Bowl overtime about to begin. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
A pass complete there to Smith. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Smith. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks' 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Boye Mafe gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon.
Number 26, Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Brandon Jones. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second and 3. To throw is Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Third and short, here's Patrick, and that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Here's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Mahomes now to throw again. On target. Got it to McLaurin.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Terry McLaurin. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Once again, it's Barkley.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 24 now, here's second and 8. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He'll step up and run, and Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that first down.
Gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
Mark down at the 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Mahomes going to keep it on a designed run. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
Shades of 2014 here.
Still second
Let's
down.
see if the Seahawks run it when they got Marshawn Lynch on the roster. Uh-oh, empty backfield.
Mahomes going to look to run with this one. And
Just
he
run
will
with
take it
Mahomes,
in
sure.
himself. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Seahawks. And the Seahawks have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the
Didn't even show
plays
the
when they
trophy.
needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
So that'll do it for another sensational
wait for Tariq
season
to stop
of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.
All right. Last score entered. Crayon with the win. The team with more Illinois alums won the match. Never stood a chance. Crayon taken through the gauntlet here, beating Jacob, Andy, Conair, and finally Colin to get the first choice of draft position. Congrats. Hell of a run. 0-3, let's go. Yeah, here are the final records for everyone throughout the tournament. And yeah, that's the thing. That's what we got. So congrats, Crayon. Colin, number 2 is not too bad. You'll be okay. But yeah, that'll be the draft pick choice tournament. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me run this again. Always enjoy it. It's fun to let your little weird hobby become useful for a group. But yeah, thanks again. Take care. See y'all in the draft room. Good luck this season. Doodles.